Welcome everyone to this introductory course on TA. This course is called TA 101. This is an online training program. TA stands for Transactional Analysis and 101 is the number given to the basic program. There are 3 levels of training in TA. This basic training is called 101. The practitioner's training is called 202. The trainer's training is called 303. So let's understand the basic concepts in transactional analysis. Before we go on to the details of transactional analysis, let's reflect, why are we here? All of us desire to be effective in our lives. So I'm sure it is this desire which brings us here. Effectiveness in leadership and management is related to human interaction. This program will help us to be effective teachers, professionals, managers, human beings through betterment of our interpersonal relationships. Now, a little bit about relationships and effectiveness. Interpersonal relationships is the key to human effectiveness. Understanding ourselves is a prerequisite for developing good relationships. Understanding ourselves makes us our relationships, our communications, our motivation, and effectiveness in managing our lives easy and pleasant. We all have different strengths and needs. So we have many theories on relationships and effectiveness. So one of those theories we are going to learn here today. Before we learn and start our process of learning, let's get to know each other a little bit more. Our names of official and family affiliations, your hobbies, one personal quality or skill of yours that you are proud of. Why do you want to learn TA? What brought you here? What will be your contribution to this program? Meaning, how will you make this learning effective? What will you do to make this learning effective? So please write all this down and post these informations about you in the forum so that everybody gets to know each other well. Because this is online, we are not going to learn in physically. We are not going to meet each other physically. So this program offers awareness about our personal styles, communication styles, motivational factors, reasons for our personal ineffectiveness, possibilities for change and adaptation. Please feel free to raise any questions when you have in the process of learning in the discussion forum. Once again, I remind you of our privacy contract which you have sent to me. The needs expressed by you and the willingness expressed by you to contribute to the learning process and the program structure together forms our contract. Contracting is an essential process or feature of transactional analysis learning and practice. The process we have done is contracting, meaning expressing what the learner desires, what the facilitator has to offer, what the learner will do and what the facilitator will do. And the rest of our work together is based on this contract. Now I have a question to you. Do you need a theoretical teach or an experiential learning? Through these presentations, I am giving you theoretical teach. I'll give you theory notes. If you want to make it experiential, please do the exercises I give and also contribute to the group discussion. Otherwise, the learning will remain a theoretical teach. Now, what is personality and what is psychology? All theories of personality development and education are grounded in the science of psychology. And we need to understand that psychology is different from psychiatry, which all of us may be more familiar with. What are the differences we'll see? Psychiatry is practiced by trained medical doctors. They use medications for mental ailments. Psychologists or psychotherapists, on the other hand, are known as talk therapists. They use their communication skills or the science of communication for counseling and psychotherapy. And using those skills, they treat mental ailments. So we need to understand that the basis of diagnosis is different in psychiatry and psychology. In psychiatry, the basis of diagnosis is clinical diagnosis groups and the chemical environment theory of the brain. Whereas in psychology, the basis of diagnosis for treatment is the developmental science and the behavioral science. The psychiatrist intervenes by prescribing medications and rehabilitation. Prescribing medications may be considered second level of care, and rehabilitation may be considered third level of care. The psychologists are capable of intervening through health education and health promotion. So that is first level of care. Counseling for everyday problem solving probably constitutes second level of care, and psychotherapy is equivalent to rehabilitation of difficult mental problems. The psychiatrists refer for counseling when they think a patient needs counseling, and the psychologists refer to the psychiatrists for medications if they think their clients require medications. So you can see there is a bit of mutuality between these two practices. Now, this is a statement by Leonardo da Vinci. Now, when we start learning psychology, we need to know the essence of all psychology is that all our knowledge has its origins in our perceptions. So, whatever our mind perceives has contributed to what we think is our knowledge. So, remembering this will help us a lot in continuing this training. Now, there are many personality and psychology theories. Transactional analysis is one. This program is on transactional analysis. There is a model of personality called Johari window. There is a theory called neuro-linguistic programming. Maslow's theory is an older one. Kolb's learning styles is a psychology theory for educators. There is a theory of multiple intelligence by Gardner. Emotional intelligence theory by Daniel Goleman. VAK learning styles model. Benjamin Bloom's taxonomy of learning domains, the Enneagram theory, and many others. Just giving a few to know and show that there are many theories. The more theories we have, the more perspectives have, actually the better we see and understand our own personality and our own learning styles. And so the learning styles of our students, colleagues, and other staff also. Here today, we are going to learn about a very eclectic and edifying theory called transactional analysis. The definition given in the Transactional Analysis Journal is transactional analysis is a theory of personality, motivation, and human relations, offering systematic methods for personal growth and professional development. So, it's a theory of personality, a theory of motivation, a theory of human relationships, and it offers tools and methods for personal growth and professional development. The Transactional Analysis Association has a website, the ITA World. There's a description of transactional analysis. It is given as a social psychology developed by Eric Berne. Berne's theory consists of certain key concepts that practitioners use to help clients, students, and system analyze and change patterns of interaction that interfere with achieving aspirations. Over the past 40 years, Berne's theory has evolved into include applications in counseling, education, organizational development, and psychotherapy. It's actually more than 40 years. It's now 2020, so it's almost 60 years. The theory was developed in the 60s and Byrne died in 1970, as you can see. Research studies have evaluated the effectiveness of transactional analysis in a wide variety of contexts. So, transactional analysis is a social psychology. That means we say that human beings are social beings. So, it's a theory based on the social life of human beings. And it has a method to improve the social relationship or communication. The social relationship is dependent on our communications. The theory outlines how we have developed and treat ourselves, how we relate and communicate with others, and offers suggestions and interventions which will enable us to change and grow. So, that is the essence of transactional analysis. So, this is all about the introduction. Now, there is another presentation on the brief history of transactional analysis. You can go to that after you finish listening to this. And we'll continue weekly learning of this theory.